outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics, by sight, P98. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust.
It's week 16 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Derek Carr as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Raiders and the Patriots, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, we're late into December and still searching for that first win at 0-14.
In the Super Bowl era, only the 1976 Buccaneers and the 2008 Detroit Lions failed to win a game during the season. This group has 2 more shots to get it done.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Right to the air is Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On play action, now Carr. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. It's a big play there for Vegas. 47 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So that drive for 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
P. Ryan again on 2nd down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Gun now on 3rd down. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Patriots at 0-14 now on the year. We are late into December and still searching for that first win.
And that's a list every team wants to avoid because it's a small list, but we remember who those teams were. 2006.
And he coughed it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. In our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Carr going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. The slant connects with Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Carr to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Here's Jacobs. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Jacobs again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
A gain of 29 yards. 1st down, New England.
Two minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Parkey is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Throwing his Carr on third down. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Carr. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Patrick Mahomes leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half, and they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half, and it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. For the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they've pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Carr. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. Slant to Adams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Warner. He's got room at the 30. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room.
And Matt Eberflus clearly in disagreement with that last call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So for Matt Eberflus, a challenge well spent. Carr now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Anthony Miller, 34 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield. field for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England's offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Second and 9 now. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a completion to Wilson. And he is going to pick up a Patriots 1st down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Matthew Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1, and, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Once again, it's Jacobs. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for Las Vegas, the wins have been hard to come by, but they get one here to move to 4-11 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, well, this loss means they'll have 2 more shots to avoid the dreaded 0-17. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.